What are some cheat codes you've found in the game of life? If any website offers a percentage coupon code like 10% off, try higher values like 20% off. They often have them. Yeah, I'm going straight for 100% off and working my way down from there. Try 200% off and see if they'll actually pay you to take their product. 300% off and a blowjob. Walk with a purpose. For some reason, people think you're busy and you don't get hassled. Reminds me of George on Seinfeld when he acts like he's always annoyed, so everyone assumes he's working hard. When someone says something true, say you're right, not I know. It'll make them feel better, and you've still shown everyone how awfully clever you are. I love you, you're right. Works every time. You become the people you surround yourself with. Guess I'm a nobody. No one stops a guy or girl carrying a pizza. It can get you backstage to concerts. I'm a pizza guy. The only people that stop me are the stingy old people who won't let me go into the apartment building as they come out, because that's the rules and I have to be bussed in. Did you try carrying a clipboard too? Just in case. If you tuck a chicken's head under its wing and wave the chicken in a circle, it will automatically fall asleep. It's not a very good cheat code, but it's still a cheat code to get you sleeping chickens. What do you mean by wave in a circle? Bring it around town. Bring it everywhere town. And then you do this. And this. And this. Dolphin noise. I'm an assistant teacher in a preschool. Asking if kids can use their sitting muscles and listening muscles during circle time makes the kids want to show me how strong they are. Ah, the old exploiting human brutishness trick. That's a good one, teach. Going to use this on my colleagues. Can you use your shut the fuck up muscles and shut the fuck up? Flexes. Kegels. Weird flex but okay. Take a $1 bill and flip it over. Now tape a $5 bill and tape it to the end of the upside down single with as little tape as possible to make it secure. Now feed the $5 bill into a change machine. The coin machine reads the 5, gives you quarters, then reads the upside down single, rejects that, and boom, you got yourself a felony. This is a caliber of post I was expecting. Actual cheat codes, not be nice to your family and, surprise, they won't hate you. Thank you. Compliment your children with you are a hard worker and not you're smart. Studies show that kids who think they're hard workers outperform kids who think they're smart. Can confirm. Was told I was smart as a kid. Terrible worker. If you are punctual, smartly dressed, and quite friendly, you can actually get pretty far in most jobs without being that good at anything, or trying very hard. If you're genuinely pleasant to be around, and you show up when it counts, people will let you get away with a lot of slacking off. Underpromise and overperform. Say you'll achieve less than you think you will, and then do more and everyone will be impressed. Works well at a job. I always tell my girlfriend to be ready for 2 minutes of terrible sex. Oftentimes I make it up to 4 minutes of just bad sex. My man. As an adult you can tell almost any kid who is running to stop running and they will. Man, you know way better kids than I do. You don't have to always give away the recipe. By that I mean, don't over-explain yourself. If you can't do something 9/10 times it's okay to simply say unfortunately I'm not able to do that. Can't swing it this time, etc. You don't have to go on and on about why, or make up reasons and list them off. Over-explaining just ends up looking more suspect than simply being clear and concise. I like this one. I have found myself making up elaborate stories to explain why I couldn't attend an event or something. Just be brief, honest, and to the point. Sorry, I'm not gonna be able to make it to your party because of my crippling social anxiety. I cannot overstate how much dressing well and being well groomed will impact your life. It'll drop the difficulty by 2 or 3 levels. No joke. People will treat you vastly differently. The opposite is also true. When married, don't stop treating your significant other like you did when you were trying to win them over. It is a great way to show them you're still as infatuated with them as you were when you first met. Date your wife, or someone else will. Not a cheat code, but an Easter egg. If you ask someone if they know all the words to I'm a Little Teapot, around 80% of the people you ask will start singing it. Half of those will do the gestures. That's fucking hilarious. Ask questions about everything. Ask people about themselves. Be open about stuff you don't understand. And ask questions about that. When you forget someone's name, own up to it and just ask them. I'm amazed at how many people won't acknowledge even a tiny amount of ignorance, or won't show honest curiosity about something, can't admit they've forgotten something they feel is important, and won't ever ask for help. Guys, your life becomes so much easier if you just drop the fucking ego and ask. The best advice I ever received was from my grandmother. I was a talkative child and would ask questions non-stop. When I apologized for asking so many, one day she looked me straight in the eye and said, never stop asking questions. This is diametrically opposite from my experience as an inquisitive child. I have a heated throw blanket in my living room in the winter. I wrap my coat up in it, crank up the heat, and in a few minutes, my coat is toasty warm, so I can brave the coldest day. Also toss your jeans in the dryer for 15 minutes on a cold morning and you will have similarly warm jeans. It's a nice perk if you have guests over too. Hey, take off your pants and let me warm those babies up. To seem charming, all you have to do a lot of the time is to be an engaged listener. You don't need an amazing sense of humor to be able to lay on the compliments or regale people with stories. Just listen to other people in a way that shows you are interested and not only waiting for your turn to talk. Make eye contact. Don't interrupt them. Don't turn the conversation to be about you. Ask good questions. Any advice on how to work on being more interested in what other people are saying? Just be nice. Particularly to people in the service industry. Your job, your personal interactions, even your calls into customer service will go 100% easier if you're just nice to people and recognize that they're probably just trying to do their job, not screw you over. Be very nice. And if you're trying to get a refund or something wasn't to your liking, always go for the disappointed routine and not the angry routine. At least in my own personal experience, businesses are much more responsive to this. If you have no complaints about your food service/staff at a restaurant, ask to see the manager and pay a compliment and a thank you about the server/host/staff. Usually people want to see a manager to complain, and a compliment is nearly always welcome. I've gotten countless free DRINKS/APPETIZERS/CHIPS/% off my bill, all for just making a polite comment to management. You probably caused mini heart attacks until they realized you wanted the manager for good reasons. Faking confidence usually leads to actually being more confident. I love the phrase fake it till you make it. It's incredible how much success is a byproduct of just acting confident about whatever you are doing. Public speaking is fake it till you make it for at least 90% of people. Pause, like wait. When asked a question, or engaging in idle conversation and someone is speaking, do not immediately begin your reply. When they stop speaking, they usually aren't done. And in the case of questions, most people aren't finished, and if you give them time they usually provide 10 answer to the question as well. So yeah, listen as well. Listen. Don't wait to speak. The correct response to any compliment is thank you. You can then follow it up with a comment if you'd like to continue the conversation. If someone likes your dress, thank you. It has pockets. If someone compliments your art, thank you. I've been practicing. If someone asks if you're a professional singer because you have a good singing voice, thank you. I just sing for fun. Not only does it make you seem confident and self-assured, it tells them that they are right. That's a friendly thing to do. This even works if you don't believe the compliment. Saying, "Oh, no, I'm ugly," when someone compliments your appearance not only tells them that they're wrong, it makes you think of yourself as ugly. A better answer would be, "Thank you. I really appreciate that, and I don't always believe it, so hearing that from you helps." I started going with thank you. That's nice to hear. Also, people like talking about themselves. When you meet someone, just ask them questions about their lives or the things they've done. If you have enough questions, you won't ever run out of things to talk about during the conversation, and they walk away feeling so heard. Plus, then you know more about them, and next time you see them, you will have even more to talk about or follow up on. "Hey, last time I saw you, you were mentioning this thing at your job. How did that go?" etc. This is great, until you realize that a majority of people never asks about you. That's true and that sucks. I'm mostly talking about networking, and not about deep friendships that I care about. I had a professor in college who, while lecturing, suddenly let out a huge fart, without pausing. He turned his head, as if talking to someone behind him, said yes and heat, and continued lecturing, as if nothing had happened. It immediately diffused any potential awkwardness and embarrassment, and I vowed to use the same strategy if the same thing ever happened to me in front of a large crowd of people. My fav line for this is, did you hear that asshole talking shit behind my back? First time I heard it, I was in tears. I let one rip once, and my uncle said not bad for a 1-inch speaker. Could not stop laughing. When I was in my old 500+ person building, I kept a stack of papers on my desk. When I was bored, or got tired of sitting down, I'd get up, grab my stack of papers and walk around. I called them my walking papers, and did this for months. Got a lot of head nods, and not one question the entire time. People always assumed I was on an important mission. But nope, not in the least. PS. Worked on the executive floor/wing, too. My friend is a janitor at a pretty new school. Not much broken stuff, so on his downtime he walks the building rather quickly with whatever tool he decides. The teachers and staff always think he's going to fix something. Lol. I work at a steel mill, and do the same thing. When things are slow on day shift, nobody is going to question or follow the guy carrying a shovel. Not asking or talking about drama going on at the workplace. Why, what happened? You can borrow almost all of your textbooks from the library as a college student, because of modern book rental agreements most colleges have. WorldCat allows you to be linked to almost any library in America, and all you have to do is find your book in the system and fill out a request form at a library, and it should be there in a week. I've saved probably $2,000 doing this in my first 2 years of college. All of my courses now require an online code to do the mandatory homework assignments, which you can only try by buying a textbook full price, or you can buy just the code for $20 less, so only $130 instead. How generous.